Hi, my name's Macie. This is my story, and you're watching Don't Show the Tapes.
Hi, my name is Macie. I'm 25 years old. I've had it rough from the start. From the time I was 7 years old, I raised my sisters until I was about 13. My mom was messed up on drugs most of my life. By the age of 15, I was a full-blown meth addict, running the streets with whoever would open their door to me. My nanny ended up adopting my two sisters, and the youngest sister, her dad adopted her. My mom went and did a couple years in prison. My GMA thought because of all the damage I had happened to me and all the things I had seen, I was a lost cause, and I would just infect my siblings. So she left me on the streets as an adult. Those few years were tragic, traumatic, and life-changing for me. In a span of 4 years, I was robbed, drugged, raped, and held against my will, and dumped back on the streets like nothing ever happened. Being an underage drug addict, could not go forth to the cops in fear they'd lock me back up somewhere until I was 18. So I got high and suppressed those events. When I was 18 years old, I was sitting in the bunk of a county jail when they called, "Daniels, you tested positive." Frantic, I jump up and say, "Positive for what?" They said, "You're gonna have a baby, stupid." 9 extremely hard months I fought my addiction to stay clean long enough to have my first baby. August 21st, 2016. I had a beautiful baby girl named McKenna. After that, my life, the way I seen things, the way I felt about life, my views on respecting myself as a woman, everything had changed. Finally, had some sense of direction and finally loved unconditionally by somebody. Unfortunately, I didn't find out these essentials I needed and should have been to my oldest and second oldest. I was so spun on not being like my mother that before I knew it, it was 5 hard years later, and I had almost walked hand in hand right behind my mother off the ledge. I spent the first 7 months of my pregnancy incarcerated. First County, then Woodman State Jail, then to Carroll Young, where my mom was being held. When I went into labor Thanksgiving Day, it was the worst but happiest moment of my life. My baby girl was being brought into this world, and I knew for sure she was healthy. Sorry. But being shackled in plexicuffs with a guard breathing down my neck made things a little uncomfortable. Not knowing if I'd get to see my baby again made it almost unbearable, especially after I locked my eyes on her for the first time. I cried and I begged, "God, please God, I'll get it right. Please don't take her from me. Please God, one more chance." So on the third day, they came back to take me back to prison and take my baby to God knows where, because none of my family found out I was pregnant with her until 2 weeks after I had had her. By the way, your family has 24 hours to come get the child on the 3rd day of delivery, or they automatically are born into the system. Anyways, the nurse started to push her little incubator out the room. I was already in a wheelchair wailing for my baby when the doctor walked in and said, "Where are you taking that baby?" "She's staying with her mother. They are Bambi." Instantly I stopped, because any chick that was pregnant in prison knew what Bambi was. Bambi is a mother-baby bonding program for incarcerated mothers funded by TDCJ. Kind of like a halfway house or Safe P type facility. Very strict and very structured place. They helped me build my strength for my mind, made me see the positive and potential I had to be someone amazing and successful. So when I got out, my GMA set me up with every tool that I needed to be successful. Gave me my children back and fully restored my life. My grandmother had gave me everything that I needed to be successful. She fully restored my life. I had everything. I had a house, a car, my kids, a job, And you want to know what I did with it? I tossed it right out the window. Let my family down. Most importantly, let my children down. So now I am currently and have learned the hardest lesson I will ever have to learn. If you want to live right, you want to be more than a drug addict, have nice things, be in your children's life, you gotta want it 100%, not 50-50, or it will never work. There's no half and half. It's either you are or you're not. I tried to straddle the fence and have the best of both worlds, and it backfired right in my face, because now I've lost two of the greatest things I've ever had. And what sucks is now I know how important they are to me every day. I see how irreplaceable these two are. So please take it from me, if you are in my situation or going to be in my situation, or if it's relevant to you. If you believe in God, let him take control before you have no control left to give. Trust him with all your heart and things will work out. I promise. There's pretty much no screwed up situation that I haven't been through. So this does apply for every situation. Seek help, reach out to positive people that are willing to help you move forward with your life. But never give up or think that you can't fix things, because you can. God's work is limitless. So even though times may not work out the way that you plan them, God always has something in store for you. Since those events happened and I lost my two oldest, I have set my mind to the most strongest that I've ever had it, and I try with all my heart every single day to be a better mom and to be a good mom to this sweet little angel right here. Taylor, say hi. And in hopes, and I pray that someday I will be reunited with my two that I lost. In hopes that my grandma forgives me for all the trouble that I caused her and the lies that I told her. But like I said, never give up, because it's not the end and it's not unfixable. I've come back from the worst of the worst, and I'm telling you now, if you stay in faith with God, he will do you right. He's the only one that will do you right and never forsake you.